This program is brought to you by Stanford University. Please visit us at stanford.edu.
Food has become such a big issue in the past couple of months because we've seen prices run up with increased development of biofuels, and energy prices are, of course, very high. But this spring, what's happened is several shocks to a market that is already extremely tight, meaning that there's not excess supplies in the market right now. And there was a drought in Australia and some disease problems in India. And all of a sudden, countries got worried that they couldn't buy the food they needed to feed their populations. And when they saw this, and India was one of the first countries, they put barriers to exports to keep food within their country. And in so doing, they blocked the trade of rice, which mainly goes to Africa, and the Africans didn't have any rice at any price, really, for their own consumers. And so as more and more trade got blocked in different countries, food prices went up, and countries that are very poor and rely very heavily on food imports had no food in those markets. And at that stage, when people are spending 50% of their incomes on food, they take to the streets. A lot of people ask, what does biofuels have to do with the rising rice prices, for example? And what they don't often understand is that the international grain markets are very tightly connected because consumers substitute one for another in their own diets, and even producers of livestock, for example, will substitute wheat for corn when corn prices go up. And so you see a substitution in the market. And the ripple effects that we tend to see start with using grain for ethanol in our gas tanks. And the next thing we know, there's a riot in Zambia or Haiti because no one can actually afford to buy food there anymore. And people don't anticipate these ripple effects until they're occurring and governments start collapsing. And I think right now it's really apparent that we in the United States need to be addressing this problem globally if we're going to continue to assume our role as world leaders.
The preceding program is copyrighted by Stanford University. Please visit us at stanford.edu.